Can you learn to play arpeggios in just one day? Hi there, I'm Chris. And the answer is a ringing yes, you can. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. But first, a lot of people perceive arpeggios as something insanely difficult. And while some arpeggios are insanely difficult, others are not. And the ones that are not difficult can still be extremely cool. Hence the topic of the day. But first, guys, I have some really bad news for you. And I hate to tell you, it's not even a message from my sponsors, because I don't have any sponsors. It's worse than that. I'm gonna have to give you some background info, and I'm gonna have to let you know what arpeggios are. I'm really sorry about this. It'll only take 10 seconds, but you have to know this, okay? So, arpeggios are just a group of notes that form a chord. But it's not over yet, because I'm gonna have to exemplify that. So this is not an arpeggio. This is an arpeggio. However, both of them are boring, so we're not gonna do that today. But now you know what an arpeggio is. Just a group of notes that form a chord. But we're not going to be playing them down here. We're going to be playing them up here. Because we're part of the cool guys. The cool gang. That's me and you. Yeah, okay. So that's the boring stuff. It's over now. We're not going to do any more boring stuff. It's only fun! No, it's fun! Sorry. This was not part of the script. But I'm going to leave it anyway. Because it's entertainment. I'm just kidding. Okay, so, over to the cool stuff. The thing is, whether you've been doing arpeggios before or not, it's irrelevant. Because I think I'm going to show you something today that is still going to be new to you, okay? So, even if you can do that kind of thing, you might not be able to do what I'm going to show you. But I'm not going to show you it fast and crazy and whippingly difficult. Instead, I'm going to show you the basic form, just a basic arpeggio. What is a basic arpeggio? One that works for everybody. Well, this is also an arpeggio. It can be done crazy, but it can also be done slowly and cool. So what am I doing? I'm playing 15 on the high E string, 12 on the high E string, and 13 on the B string. That's it. Those are all the notes of the C major triad arpeggio. 15, 12, 13. We go back up to 12 and we're back to 15. There are many ways you can play this, but if you're new to the guitar, you could just play them with the pick. So, perfectly fine. That's your arpeggio. But how can you learn to play that in a cool way? Well, there are different options. One of them being to use this arpeggio as a technique exercise. Then you would have to dive a bit deeper into the different methods that allow you to play fast. And I have other videos covering this. But in short, what you could do is play the first two notes with legato. So you're picking the first one and then you're pulling off, okay? That helps you speed up a little bit because you don't have to be as fast with the pick and you don't have to be in sync with both hands. Instead, you just have to make sure the first pick strike is somewhat in sync with the first note, and then the pick isn't doing anything to produce the second note. Now, if you loop this over and over, you get a cool exercise, okay? I'm going to be tabbing these up for you, so look out for a link below the video. Now that's one way you can work on this arpeggio to make it sound cool, okay? But there are other ways as well. In fact, I know that many of you guys are interested in moving things around on the guitar neck, because that's just so cool. And a lot of times when we see a cool solo, it's done by moving up and down the neck. So you want to be doing that as well. You want to be with the cool guys. Basically, you want to be with me, the only cool guy in the world. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not part of the script. I just felt like saying that. I don't know why. It makes me feel less of a minuscule man with a tiny weeny peeny weeny. Oh, sorry. Okay, so back to the script now. So we have our arpeggio, we have our exercise, But that's not enough. We want to get moving around on the fretboard. Oh man, okay, so it's there. It's so close. You can make this sound cool if you start moving things around. But how do you know where to move? Okay. It's getting interesting now, because there is something called diatonic arpeggios. I'm gonna say that again just because it's so cool. All the cool guys say it really loud. Diatonic arpeggios. Say it loud and you'll be part of the cool gang. Diatonic arpeggios. So what is a diatonic arpeggio? Well, a diatonic arpeggio is part of a scale. A diatonic arpeggios, or several diatonic arpeggios, fit within a scale. So in this case, we're going to be playing arpeggios that are diatonic to the E minor scale. That means all our shapes are going to fit in within those 7 E minor notes. I know this was bordering boring, so I'm so happy and proud that you're still with me. So a diatonic arpeggio is going to fit within a scale, and in this case we're in the key of E minor. So that means we're going to move our shape from starting on the 15th fret to starting on the 17th fret, but everything is identical. So, wow. But we're going to be even cooler than that, because trust me, I'm really cool. We're also going to move down to the 11th fret. And we're going to play an arpeggio that is diatonic to E harmonic minor. Oh man. Okay, so we have... And if you want to be in the top cool gang, like the number 1 cool, then you end this on the 12th fret high E string. You're going to be so cool, people will always, always look up to you. It's so cool. So you get this. I'm going to tab this out for you, but I'm using the exact same shape as the one I started off with. Move it up to the 17th fret. And move it down to the 14th fret. And then, you guessed it, I'm ending on the 12th fret, because I'm so cool. Okay, man, so I hope you were still with me in spite of all my antics here. You know, guitar lessons should be fun. It shouldn't only be instructional. So I hope you'll excuse me for showcasing how extremely cool I am. Because I know that you can be just as cool, and maybe even cooler if you end on that 12th fret. So please do me a favor, do that. Go through all these exercises, practice them like there's no tomorrow. Show everybody how cool you are. And also, let me know in the comments if you're cool. That's important, because how would I know? I want my audience to be really cool. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one. More lessons are to come. It's been wonderful teaching you, and I've been Christopher Dahl. Thanks so much for being around. See ya. Cheers.